First and foremost, baby girl is still a girl. I also feel like I've been growing more wide this time. I'm starting to envision how I would like to decorate it. Okay, this next symptom is like not fun and it's kind of embarrassing to share. Hello you guys and welcome back to another video. Today I am just going to sit and chat with you all about my pregnancy and baby girl and the plans for her nursery, and just kind of give you an update on her, an update on me, and just kind of chat about pregnancy. I feel like I haven't done this in quite a while, so I wanted to share. This pregnancy is flying by. I literally cannot believe I am already halfway there. I'm actually 20 weeks and 5 days if you want to be exact. I was supposed to film this last week, but it just didn't end up happening, and so I'm closer to 21 weeks. But we are halfway to meeting baby girl, which is literally insane. The remainder of the year is of course the holidays, and so for the next 6 weeks I just feel like it's going to fly by even faster because it's not really going to be focused on the fact that I'm gonna have a baby soon, and then come the new year I'll be like 27 weeks or so, and I'll have 3 months left of pregnancy and baby girl will be here, which is just insane. My pregnancy with Rocky, I found out December 23rd. So once the new year hit, I literally was pregnant for 9 months because I had him August 31st. So it was so long, and I feel like the way that this one has been broken up just makes it feel like it's flying by. Also, I have a toddler, so there's that too. But yeah, I've really been itching to just like do more things for her. This time last with Rocky, I definitely already had like the nursery going, and so this past weekend we actually cleared out the room that she's gonna have, and we moved over Rocky's rocking chair and put his nugget couch in his room as like a reading nook. So it's cleared out. I'm starting to envision how I would like to decorate it, and it's so exciting. So I'm definitely gonna be sharing that with you guys super soon. Unfortunately, everything at IKEA is out, and that is where I want to get a lot of her furniture. So as that restocks, I will share the process of decorating her nursery with you guys. But yes, today I'm going to share a detailed update. I did have my 20-week appointment last week, so I'm gonna talk about all that's going on with baby girl, and then I wanna talk about like my symptoms, how I'm feeling this time around, show you my belly, and just kind of share what's going on with me too. So I hope you guys enjoy. Grab a drink, I'm sure it's gonna be a chatty one, and let's get started. Really quick though, before we get into today's video, I did wanna thank today's sponsor, which is Dossier. If you guys have been following me for quite some time, you know that this is an ongoing sponsorship. I have loved working with Dossier. If you guys don't know what Dossier is, it's an online perfume company that reproduces classic luxury scents for a fraction of the price. All of their perfumes start at just $29. What's really cool about Dossier is they have a risk-free system. So because it is an online shop and you can't really smell the scent, what happens is they send you the scent and you can test it out, and if you don't like it, within 30 days they have a 100% risk-free system where you can send it back and get a full refund, no questions asked. The scent that I chose this time is Floriental Coconut, and it is really just like refreshing but also flowery. I feel like the combination is one of my favorites actually. I really enjoyed this scent. It's inspired by Tom Ford's, I have to read it because I don't know how to say it, Soleil Blanc. I'm sure if you guys are into perfumes, you know what I'm talking about, but it's inspired by a Tom Ford perfume, and like I said, it smells so beautiful. Something I've really noticed with these perfumes too is a little goes a long way. So I have so many of them that are still so full because I can smell it so well by just 1 or 2 sprays. They also have men's fragrances. I've definitely gotten Nathaniel a couple in the past, and I'm going to be giving him another one in his stocking for Christmas. And then they also just recently brought candles to their site, which is awesome. I got a Floriental Vanilla. I feel like any space is just so beautiful with a vanilla smell, and so I've been burning that one and loving it too. I'm gonna chat about this pregnancy symptom a little bit later, but one of them is my smell, and because a little goes a long way with their perfume, it's really been saving this pregnancy symptom for me. So if you guys are looking for a Christmas gift for her or for him, this is the perfect gift. Right now they are actually doing their Black Friday sale where you can get up to 40% off their perfumes or candles. I also have a discount code for you guys if you want to get 10% off. Kylene10 will get you that deal, but like I said, check out their site because they have so many better deals going on at this time. I will leave all of my information down below if you guys want to check it out. Let's get into the update. Okay, so first and foremost, baby girl is still a girl. I wasn't 100% convinced that she was a girl, and I knew that once I had this anatomy scan, I would be like sold, and it was kind of crazy because it was taking her a long time to open her legs, and so it was hard for the ultrasound tech to see the gender. So the whole time I'm just like, is it a girl? Like, do you see something? Like, I just was like stressing, but she's 100% a girl. The night before our anatomy scan, I also had my third dream that I was pregnant with twins. I don't know why I keep having this dream, but I feel like hopefully I won't now that I like confirmed see one baby girl in there, and it is like completely solid. It's been solid that it's just been one since our first ultrasound, but yeah, I've had that dream not once but 3 times. Any of you twin mamas out there, seriously, I have so much respect. I just don't know that I could do it. I feel like that's why I keep having the dream, because I'm in fear of it. It seems so hard. One kid at a time is hard enough. So I think that's why, but anyways, I won't talk about that again. This time around, I also have an anterior placenta, which I had this with Rocky too, which basically, if you guys don't know what that means, it just means my placenta is in between baby and my skin instead of behind the baby. So it makes it hard for other people to feel her. And Nathaniel still actually has not felt her. I have had him try a couple times. We haven't been like crazy obsessive with him trying, but if we're laying next to each other and she is kicking, I'll try, and he just like can't feel her. The only person that has felt her is my sister-in-law. She felt her on her birthday, which I felt like was super cool. But yeah, hopefully Nathaniel will feel her within the next week. I remember at 21 weeks, he felt Rocky, so hopefully it is soon. As far as her size goes, she was measuring in the 77th percentile, and they said that she was about 13 ounces. And so this kind of like raised a red flag for me, just because I have had gestational diabetes in the past. I was like, okay, is that like a sign that like she's getting too big? And they told me that weight is no good indication at this stage, that the only thing that they're really looking for is like organ development and like bone and heart and all that kind of stuff. And so they said at 28 weeks is when that will be more of concern. So that's when they will recheck her weight and see how she's doing. Her head circumference was in the 60th percentile, which I was so stoked to hear, because at this point I believe Rocky's was in the 91st percentile. So hearing that her head is so far not as big makes my anxieties about giving birth go down a little bit. Of course it can always still change, but yes, so far her head is a little bit smaller than Rocky's, which makes me think that she's probably gonna have my head shape and not Nathaniel's, because Rocky definitely has Nathaniel's head. Her heart rate was 157, everything looked good there, and she looked perfectly healthy and normal, which is seriously just such a blessing and relief. I know that there's so many things that can go wrong in pregnancy, and the fact that everything was normal and healthy is seriously such a blessing. So I was so stoked and relieved to hear that, and just know that everything is going well with her, and it kind of just makes me stress a little bit less, which I feel like when you're pregnant you stress all the time, whether you've had problems or not. And so that gave me some peace of mind for sure. I wanted to share a couple of the comments on the app because I thought they were like really interesting and crazy. So the first one I guess is not crazy, but it was just a size reference. At 20 weeks, she was as big as a banana, which is like just crazy that I've got like a banana-sized baby in my belly. But the other thing was, I think it was at 19 weeks, it said that she had her ovaries developed and she had 6 million eggs already, which is just crazy that like there's a baby inside of me that already has reproductive organs. Like, what? I feel like we downplay pregnancy so much, and the fact that like we're growing literal organs is just, it'll always blow my mind. I was actually talking to Nathaniel this weekend because he is the same way I am about pregnancy with like hunter-gatherer days. He's always like amazed by what people got or what people did when there was really no shelter, no food available, like all that kind of stuff. And the way he talks about it is the way I talk about pregnancy, because I'm always just like, that's insane. Like during our ultrasound, I'm like, whoa, that's crazy, like 100 times. So yeah. That is pretty much all that's going on with baby girl. We do think we have a name picked out, but I'm not sharing until birth. Right now we're about 75% sure on it. Until or if another name comes around that we like better, then we may consider that. But I think we have her name, and we've been calling her it, and it's been super fun. I feel like it flows well with Rocky. It's actually the girl name we were gonna use for Rocky if he was a girl, so it's just kind of special and exciting. But as far as I go, I wanted to share kind of my symptoms because they feel very different than Rocky's. If you guys have been following from the beginning of this pregnancy, you know I had a lot of morning sickness and nausea. I never threw up, but I felt like I was gonna throw out 24/7 for like the first 14, 15 weeks. So that was different because I didn't really have that with Rocky. But the other thing is I am just experiencing so much more round ligament pain, which I didn't get any of this with Rocky. I do remember I was driving to a shoot when I was maybe like 12 weeks pregnant with Rocky, and I felt like a sharp pain right there, but then it went away and I never experienced it again. So this one is like more so constant, where my stomach just like hurts a lot. And when I'm holding Rocky, if I'm holding him on my hip, his knee goes into my stomach and it's really painful. And really the only thing that takes away the pain is to lay down on my back and just relax it. So that's been kind of not so fun. I also feel like I've been growing more wide this time. With Rocky, I feel like I really just went out. I carried him very low and my stomach was just like very, I don't know, looking back, I feel like it was so much cuter than my stomach now, which I say this lightly because like I know that there's so many just like mental body issues when you're pregnant, because it's just really hard to watch your body grow, and I'm trying to be as positive as possible, but my hips are gaining so much more weight than I did with Rocky, and I feel like I am just so much wider in my hips and like my butt than I was with Rocky. So that's been kind of hard mentally. Honestly, getting dressed hasn't been super fun. I do feel like too, I don't really have clothes that flatter my body, and so I've actually started ordering a couple things because I'm just tired of getting dressed and feeling like really sad about my situation. And so I'll share some of the clothes that I got with you guys as they come in, because I'm excited about them. As far as weight gain goes, I just share this because I find it interesting, but don't compare it to me. I may have gained more or less weight than you are, but it all depends on your previous body weight and so many other factors. But at 20 weeks, I've gained about 12 pounds. With Rocky, I gained 30 in total. And so I feel like I'm kind of on the same track to gain around the same. At this point in pregnancy, it told me that you gain about a half a pound to a pound a week, which is insane. So if I have 20 more weeks, that's anywhere from like, I think 10 to 20 more pounds. So yeah, it sounds about right for what I had for Rocky. But yeah, I'm trying not to obsess over that too much, but I'm also trying to stay conscious because of course that's what's gonna help me recover faster and help with the mental struggles that I've been already experiencing. Okay, this next symptom is like not fun and it's kind of embarrassing to share, but this did not happen with Rocky, so I feel like I need to share it. But if I cough or sneeze kind of hard, I have a really hard time controlling my bladder, and I like feel like I'm gonna pee myself, which I feel like I said, it didn't happen before, so maybe now that like I've already had a baby, everything's a little bit not as strong. But during my ultrasound, she was saying that the baby is like right on my bladder, so I also feel like that's part of it. But that's been so weird. Like I feel like I'm just like losing control of my bladder, which is just not fun. I've also just been so stuffy for like a month. I feel like I'm finally getting better, but I got this with Rocky too, where I just have like a head cold. It's not that I'm like sick, it's just I have so much congestion in my nose and my throat, and it drains into my stomach and it can make me a little nauseous, and it just takes forever for me to like get over it. I also have had a couple bloody noses, which I literally never get bloody noses. Okay, the pregnancy symptom I was talking about with the perfume is the fact that I have been like smelling bad. Nathaniel tells me he can't smell me, which I'm like, you're lying. But I swear, like there's periods of my like month or so where like a week I'll smell really bad. And this actually happened to me when I was nursing Rocky. Like my milk, I feel like didn't smell good, or I don't know if it just made me not smell good, but it would happen like every couple months for like a week. It just feels like my deodorant isn't working. Like I'm like repulsed by my smell, which is so weird. I don't know. I know that like postpartum, this is a thing, but I haven't really heard people talk about it during pregnancy. So of course, I feel like of course I would deal with that. If you guys don't know, I sweat so easily, and sweating has always been a problem for me. So I'm not surprised that this is something that I'm experiencing. But thank goodness I have Dossier to help with that. Okay, another thing is I've already been getting Braxton Hicks, which I know sounds crazy, but I got them super early with Rocky. I think the latest I know I for sure got them was 28 weeks, and I had to be monitored. They thought I was gonna go into like preterm labor, but I didn't, clearly. I literally went over. But yeah, I've been getting them, and it's always, of course, like when I'm like picking Rocky up or going up and down with him too much, like it's just, I can tell it's induced by those movements, but it's not fun. It's not like super painful, but it's not comfortable, and yeah, I just contract a lot, so. The next fun one is I've been feeling her a ton more, especially at the end of the day when I lay down. But now, even if I'm like sitting filming or I'm sitting and editing, I can just feel her kind of kick around, which has been so fun. Those kicks are always just so reassuring, because for weeks, like you don't get checked on, and so you're like, are you good in there? So every time she kicks, it's just like a little sigh of relief for me, and it's just so fun. That is probably one of my favorite things about being pregnant, is feeling the baby move. So yeah, I love that so much. Another thing is sleep has already been disrupted for me. It's been like this for weeks, probably a couple months actually, and I'm just like not sleeping well. My husband has been snoring a ton, which doesn't help too, but also when I lay on my right side, it's really the only position that doesn't make me uncomfortable. When I lay on my left, I contract. It's really weird. But because I'm on my right so much, my ribs start to hurt and I like get rib pain. So I have to move over to my left side until it goes away. And then I go back to my right side. I really just feel like a rotisserie chicken tossing and turning all night. But last night I actually got a lot better sleep, so that was nice. Probably my favorite thing is the fact that Rocky loves like looking for baby sis. I'll be like, where's baby sis? And he'll like pull up my shirt and like look. He'll hug my belly, he'll kiss my belly. But the funny thing is if he sees my belly button, he's like, like he's like disgusted. I tried to film it, and so if I got a good video I'll show you guys, but yeah, he does not like my belly button. I think it's because like it kind of is already like popping out at the top. It looks like a little nose. It's the weirdest thing. The other morning he came in first thing in the morning and laid in bed with me, and my belly button wasn't stretched, so it was actually like concaved in, and he was totally fine seeing it. So I think it's the little lip that's getting him. But yeah, that is pretty much it for symptoms and what is going on with me. I do want to show you guys a bump date really quick, so we'll do that before we go. And I'm also trying to recreate the photo I took with Rocky at 20 weeks. That's why I'm wearing this like dress, because that is what I was wearing. So I'm gonna put a hat on and put my hair in a bun like I did for that photo, so that'll be fun. But let's show you my bump. All right, I'm gonna have to bend over to show you because I'm too tall for the tripod and it just makes more sense to do this. But this is my bump at 20 weeks and 5 days. I probably won't do another update on my pregnancy like in detail like this until I am 28 weeks pregnant, because that is when I will be going back to the doctor next, and I will be having another ultrasound to check on the size of the baby. I'll be doing the glucose test, so we'll just have a lot to chat about then and just see if I have gestational diabetes again. But yeah, that is it for today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to check out dossier.co if you guys want to get any perfumes and use my code Kylene10 for 10% off, or check out their site for the Black Friday deals that they are currently doing. But I hope that you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.